Clearly, I had fun filming this. One of my subscribers, Mike, actually suggested doing Rayman. I was actually in like a really evil mood today and I came out as Rayman. But with doing Rayman, I also decided that I was going to do like, I'm pretty sure probably like the 90s, because I used to play this game on my little Game Boy when I was like really young. And I don't think Rayman does this anymore in the newer games, because I do have Rayman Origins, but I decided to do the blah 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 face. That was one of my favorite things of all time that Rayman did, and it only helped you with like one enemy. But it was just unbelievably cute. You know, being weird, but that's nothing new. And before anybody says anything, yes, I know in the old Rayman, his little red hood was actually more like a bow type scarf thing. Boo to Lex for inaccuracy. All products are usable listed somewhere around the video, and don't forget to go to Facebook and check out my page, Madeyewlook by Lex, and like it. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, feel free to contact me. I'm starting off by outlining Rayman's mouth using the MAC Chromacake in Ivory and also the Madeyewlook detail brush. Then creating a circle inside that shape to make the back of his throat. Fill in the outside of that circle using polished ivory MAC Chromacake. We're then going to shade the inside of his mouth a little bit using Mehron brown eyeshadow, and you might want to put your hand up to where you would be stretching the mouth so you could add a little bit of shading around where your fingers will be. After that, we're going back in with a darker brown and also going around the outline for darker shading. Use the Madeyewlook detail brush and Mehron red to use the tip of your nose as your uvula. You can then create the shape of your tongue coming out of your mouth and going down your neck using the Madeyewlook detail brush and filling it in with the Madeyewlook eyeshadow brush. Using Graftobian black pro paint, fill in the rest of that circle. I'm going to add some shadowing to the tongue by using a dark red eyeshadow underneath where the tongue would fold over, and then also coming forward in a little crease that's in between your tongue as well. We're then going to add some lovely white eyeshadow to certain areas where we're going to be adding highlights and then blend that out. We're also going to be using the same white eyeshadow to create kind of little lines and circles to show some depth for the back of the throat. Taking light brown eyeshadow from the Smashbox Full Exposure palette, we're going to make his nose, and all you have to do is just create the outline for this and a little bit of shading on one side. We're then continuing to use the same shadow and make an outline around his mouth, which will later on be his whole head. Using the Madeyewlook eyeshadow brush and my newfound love of Graftobian white pro paint, paint on your eyeballs. In the game from a long time ago, he has a little bit of blue shading in his eyeballs, so I'm using a light blue from BH Cosmetics and then going in the outside of it and outlining it in darker blue and blending it out. Using the Madeyewlook detail brush and Graftobian pro paint in black, I am also filling in his pupils and leaving a little cut out of them for a little tiny shine. Super cute. I'm then taking the Madeyewlook eyeshadow brush and creating his hair, which is actually sticking straight up when he makes this face, and I'm using Paradise paint in yellow. Fill in everything outside of Rayman's face using Graftobian pro paint in black. This includes the outside of your face, your neck, your chest, your arms. For your arms, you're going to want to fill it more like a sleeve and make sure you cut it off at your wrist so you can make your hands white later on. Create the hood using Paradise paint in red, and it's kind of like a really smushed heart shape. And then go back in with the Madeyewlook eyeshadow brush and dark red eyeshadow to add some shading where the hood is. This will give it the illusion that it's folding over and that there is like a hole in there where his neck, you know, would go if he had a neck. To add a little bit more depth, I'm also going in with black eyeshadow. Using the Graftobian pro paint, we're then painting a giant O on our chest. And filling in the rest of the area with Paradise paint in purple. We're then going back in to add a little bit of shading to Rayman's hair, and I'm using orange eyeshadow from BH Cosmetics. To paint your hand, just paint them white using Graftobian Pro Paint, and then also add little black lines. Make them look a little cartoony.
Bleh.